Hello, everybody. We the people here. I hope everybody had a safe and a happy Thanksgiving. So, yesterday it had come out that Sarah Beckstrom, the National Guard's woman from West Virginia, has unfortunately passed away from the injuries she sustained in the shooting attack in the Capitol on Wednesday. Now, some information has started to come out about when the shooter was let into the country, who vetted the shooter, who let him into the country. All this is a moot point. The problem here is a life was lost, needlessly. Now, the other service member is still in critical condition fighting for his life. Meanwhile, the person that did this heinous act is under arrest and is in custody, but is still breathing. There is no reason for this attack. There's no justification that makes this attack valid. There's nobody out there that should have done anything like this for any reason why. Political violence has become a problem in this country and is only going to continue to get worse. As politicians on both sides continue to speak rhetoric and talk that should not be deemed necessary. There has been talk on both sides of the aisle that nobody should ever be saying. Now, Republicans are going after Democrats. Democrats are going after Republicans. Conservatives are going after liberals. Liberals are going after conservatives. This is a time when everybody should be coming together. A woman lost her life for no reason. She wasn't fighting in a war. She wasn't trying to stop some massive problem going on. She was patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. in a position that she had volunteered to do, so other members could go home to spend time with her family. Now, her family is mourning the loss of her life for no reason. We need to come together as a country and stop this violence. Stop the heinous talk. Stop blaming Democrats. Stop blaming Republicans, and start being people who use common sense, who see good in one another regardless of political divisions, regardless of ideas, regardless of beliefs, because we're all humans and we can talk things out. There's no reason to walk up to somebody and just shoot them in cold blood because of any reason you think you have and is justified in your head. The killing of another person will always be condemned and should always be condemned by everybody, because nobody deserves to have their life taken for no reason at all. Now, we the people are coming together, and we are mourning this servicewoman. We are mourning her, and we are celebrating with her family the life that she had lived, the reasons that she gave to put on that uniform. Her passing is a huge tragedy, but her family needs to know that she was loved, that she will be celebrated in her passing, that not only will she be mourned, but her life had meaning, it had value, and the justifications that this person had for doing what they did do not matter, because the legacy that this servicewoman leaves behind will be greater than the reasons that this person had for committing this act. Violence is not necessary. If you cannot talk your problems out, then you have an issue. There used to be a time in this country when we'd be able to debate people, when we used to sit down, and it didn't matter if you were black or white, you were Republican or Democrat, you were liberal or conservative. You could sit at the table across from people who had different views from you, and you could discuss things. Yes, sometimes arguments happen. Yes, sometimes fights happened. But after that fight or after that argument, you either left with a better understanding of the person you were communicating with, or a better understanding of where they were coming from and the ideas that they had and what led them to those beliefs. So this way you could work with them, so you could move forward with them to try to build a better community for everybody involved. Blaming one side or another is not going to get this country anywhere. Blaming one political group or another will not do anything but further divide this country and increase more violence on either side. This is a time where both sides need to condemn all the violence that is going on and sit down and have open and honest discussions on how to move this country forward and get us back to a time when we were able to communicate with people. Stop labeling people as racist, homophobic, xenophobic, or any other name that you want to throw out there, because the names that you're throwing at people no longer mean anything to anybody. Getting called a racist anymore has no power. Getting called Hitler anymore has no power. You have overused these terms to the point nobody cares about them anymore. And the problem is when real racism happens, nobody bats an eye because everybody is tired of hearing the word. White privilege, white guilt doesn't mean anything anymore. White people are not privileged above anybody else. And white people are refusing to feel guilty about things anymore. Yes, you still have white people apologizing for anything that they feel they need to apologize for on behalf of another race or another group of people. And apparently, that'll never change. But as a whole, we need to sit down. We need to start having open and honest communications again. So that things like this, with these service people, don't happen again. Because violence like this on the streets of the United States should never happen for any reason. Thank you guys. Be safe. Everybody, have a great day. Don't do too much shopping on Black Friday. Bye.